Hello, namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. The Sudan conflict rages on. As Indians and other nationals are being pulled out in daring rescue operations, a new threat has emerged. A biolab is caught in the crossfire. It has sensitive samples. They must be preserved in specific conditions. The World Health Organization has raised an alarm. The last time a biolab was compromised, it most likely led to a global pandemic. There's no saying what may happen this time. Meanwhile, India is preparing to deal with two hostile neighbors. Ministers from China and Pakistan will be visiting in the next few days for the SCO summit. We'll discuss what can be expected. In America, they're bracing for the kind of drama that nobody wants to see. It's Biden versus Trump, Season 2. For all their talk of diversity and inclusion, it's two white old men fighting for the top job again. In Europe, Sweden and Norway are at odds after a Swedish rocket mistakenly hit Norway. In South Africa, the debate over the International Criminal Court is back. Should they stay or leave? Will they have to arrest Vladimir Putin if they stay? We'll explain. And how do you like the idea of eating crickets for protein? A mother uses it as baby food, and it's got everyone talking. The headlines first. Xi Jinping finally speaks with Zelensky. It's the first time the presidents of China and Ukraine have spoken since the war began. China says Xi told Zelensky that talks are the only way out of the conflict, and Ukraine's president has called the conversation quote-unquote meaningful. US and South Korea up the optics war to counter North Korea. A US nuclear missile submarine will visit South Korea for the first time in decades. Such measures have not been seen since the height of the Cold War. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol is currently on a state visit to the US. An Iranian court orders US and its former presidents, Obama and Bush, to pay over $300 million. This is related to ISIS attacks in Tehran in 2017. The court has said that America played a major role in creating terrorist groups such as the ISIS. Deadly Naxal attack in the Indian state of Chhattisgarh. 10 policemen and their driver killed after their vehicle was blown up by explosives. The policemen were returning from an anti-Maoist operation. Singapore executes a man convicted of smuggling 1 kilo of cannabis. The Indian origin man was executed despite international outcry. He was 46 years old and sentenced to death in 2018. Last year, Singapore executed 11 people for drug-related cases. And the European Union is set to put greener aviation fuel in planes. Lawmakers have reached an agreement. A minimum 2% of sustainable aviation fuel will be used from 2025 and rise to 70% by 2050.